we ended up getting a whole bunch of fucking like iMacs, you know, the crystal color ones, you know. And that's how we started to learn the computer, and we just discovered a bunch of weird ass websites. I remember, I think it was like steak and eggs or steakandcheese.com, right?
I think it was steak and eggs.
Yeah, and that site, it was like the OG memes, and this was back when the internet was not filtered, so the memes were like brutal. Like there were memes on gore, and like you'll still laugh because like those the time, you know? It was just a different era.
It was the Wild West. I mean, think about like Lemon Party
Oh
and
my God,
fucking
Lemon Party.
Meatspin.com. We do not advise going on them, by the
We
way.
advise you not to Google Blue Waffle. We advise you not to do it.
Our lawyers have told us we have been advised not to recommend that. This is not a recommendation. This is the opposite of recommendation. Avoid those. Do not search up a Blue Waffle. Don't go like
Do not search one man versus one jar, okay?
Oh!
Do not do it.
Oh!
Do not do it.
You know, there are certain sounds that will never escape my brain. One of them being the sound of a glass jar cracking. That for sure. For me, it's like all of that crazy shit. I was very aware of it. I was very apparent of it. And you know, a lot of it I did see, like you mentioned. The internet was the wild, wild west.
It really was, bro.
Unfiltered, uncensored, fucking. You can, if you go on a cartoonnetwork.com and forget one O, you're watching porn. Like, this is
100%.
It's like, this was the internet. This is how it
Everything was Rule 34. It was insane. Yeah, totally.
And so for me, I guess, like,
You're able to use Bitcoin to buy, like, meth if you wanted to, and it'll be
yeah,
in your door
like
in
the
2
Silk
days.
Road wasn't
Yeah.
filled with FBI agents trying to capture people.
Yeah, dude, totally. What a
And,
time.
like, for me, I think like the big thing was like, whoa, this is the internet. This is the big deal.
Mhm.
And it's actually kind of funny. It was the Lego website, because the Lego website told me information about new Lego sets coming out, and it also had a video game section. And
That's
I
cool.
remember spending a bunch of time on the fucking Lego like F1 game. It was like you just tricked out your car, and every race you get more coins
That's
to
tight.
upgrade it. And Bionicle Adventures on the PC. For me, that was like, this is some next level shit. This is
For me,
groundbreaking.
I had a lot of cool, like, video game websites like that. You know, the ones I loved the most were the Coca-Cola one. I think it was called, like, Coke Remix. And you're able to, like, it was a bunch of little 8-bit characters, and you're able to create your own avatar, give them whatever clothes you want, you know, customize it. And you just go around socializing with other people, like in these little Coca-Cola clubs and stuff like that. It was like a really cool version of Club Penguin.
And it was.
Okay?
It was a teenage version of Club
Yeah,
Penguin.
exactly. And like there was like, you know, pool parties and beach parties, and you had your own apartment, and if you like save enough and play enough mini games, you earn money. So like I had like a penthouse with all this cool like interior design, and I would just spend hours just like customizing my private room, making that shit look sharp as fuck.
My number 2, which would be Newgrounds.
Newgrounds was amazing, bro.
Was such an amazing fucking platform, because it was animation, it was flash games, it was message boards, it was porn if you wanted to
It
be.
was all over the place, bro. You have no idea how many times I undressed and redressed Android 18. Oh my god. Newgrounds was the shit. I fucked without. I fucking hella fucked with the Neopets website, bro. That was the fucking shit, bro. I was all about fucking Neopets.
Neopets was the jam!
It was the jam. I didn't tell nobody at school about it. It was like I kept it on the low when I get on the home, but like...
And you know what's crazy? Like, I didn't know about this until I saw a video about it, like reflecting on Neopets like a year ago. Dude, the artwork for the original Neopets were god awful. I know, like the Neopets that we see now, they're still pretty cheesy, they're still pretty corny.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you see they're of their time. But what became before that, like Generation 1 artwork, good lord, man, I am surprised that website blew up the way it did.
You know,
If you were born, like, within the millennial era, like, you probably played this at some point at school without the teacher noticing during computer lab, however it may be. Fucking Pocket Tanks.
Pocket Tanks were
Pocket
amazing.
Tanks, that game, and like the original variations of it and the other variations that came after the fact. Just that game, it was so simple. But everyone was fucking playing it. Everyone was going mad for it and whatnot. And it was just so cool to see that, like, alright, just secretly how it was spread across. Like, someone would start a server, and then just someone would start passing notes, and eventually you got a full fucking lobby, you got a tournament bracket system built and designed and stuff.
I was doing that a lot with fucking what's the game? It's not Doom, but it's from the same people.
Quake.
Quake, yeah. We were doing that with Quake like crazy. Like crazy. That, almost like Age of Empires and like Halo 2. Like, we'll get those LAN games going crazy in the computer lab, bro. Tab out real quick and then when the teacher's pulling up, tab back in. Got you, bitch. Yeah. Yo, hell yeah. Another one for me, which was crazy, was RottenTomatoes.com. Back in the day, it was not like a movie rating website. It was like the Anarchist cookbook, bro. It'll teach you how to like do shit, like sketchy shit for free. Like, I won't get into specifics, but one of the more simpler ones was like there was a cheat code in vending machines, and you're able to change the price to get like fucking sodas for like free or 10 cents or shit like that, you know? So like that was really cool. And I remember the message boards when like movie reviews started to happen. I was just like, this is interesting, and it started to blow up. A couple years later, it was just strictly movie reviews. And I try to Google like, does anybody remember old school Rotten Tomatoes? And I feel like I'm on crack because like I don't see any information about what it used to be. I think they scrubbed it or some shit because that shit was like that website was sketchy as hell. Rotten Tomatoes was sketchy as hell.
It used to be super sketchy. I think it was one of those things like kind of the Mandela effect too, where like everyone kind of collectively forgot, but it's still very true to its history that was the case.
Well, the only people who were really using it were like people like the early like super internet invested people. Now that's common, but it wasn't that big back then, you know. So like not many people I knew then really I talked about it with. So, but yeah.
I'm curious if there are archives of like the original Rotten Tomatoes. I'm really curious to see that happen. Like if you go use the Wayback Machine, if you get into like popping into those old fucking Anarchist cookbook type.
And that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be really sick. Cool. That'd be really kind of devastating for Rotten Tomatoes, but it's interesting. Like, hey, remember where your roots came to be, kind of stuff. Speaking of things, you know, kind of going against the grain in the, you know, more legal fashion, would have to be cheatcodecentral.com. CCC. CCC, dude. That game, for those of you that do not know, this is dating us. There used to be a website that was literally just dictated to just provide you cheat codes.
And like DLCs weren't a thing before, so you like all the cheat codes were already built into the game. And it was like always in most video games too. And Cheat CC gave you the left right for every fucking thing you needed, dude. It was the dopest.
It was so fucking cool. It even gave you like some walkthroughs too inside the website and everything. It was hella virus heavy. I will give it that for sure.
Yeah, you need to watch out what you click. Yeah,
with viruses.
If you sneeze with the mouse in your hand, you're opening up a bunch of hentai pages for sure. Okay, but it was a dope website, and like I remember I'd just be like, you know, make a second save file in like Vice City and just fucking just tanks and infinite guns and just fucking go crazy. Fucking GCC pulled up, you know?
And then it was just so cool because like it had all of them. You wanted to unlock a character, you want to get all the weapons, want to fucking be God mode, all that type of stuff. Like that website. I spent so much time on it, and this was like also. For some reason, my brain was like, "Oh yeah, I have this, and we have a printer." But for some reason, I was handwriting all the cheat codes. I used to make cheat sheets with all the different cheat codes.
It brought so much more involvement to the game. You know, you did it by hand. Like writing your script by hand.
But man, that website, I spent a lot more time on it than I think most other websites that were available at the time. It's crazy to think that was one of my highest trafficked websites that I would go to all the time.
One of my favorite it wasn't a website, it was an app. AIM. AOL Instant Messenger. Cause like even before that I was using like, you know, like Yahoo Instant Messenger, which was amazing. They had avatars, alright? AIM didn't have that shit, you know, so suck it. But I still liked AIM better, bro. I used to love fucking making your little like profile page, you know, and writing your goofy ass little quotes and making the background purple and the text green, thinking that shit look dope as fuck, you know.
Yeah, just thinking about all the designs on like those type of pages and like MySpace pages, just like how much of a thought like that was some next level shit. Looking back on it, it's like this was disgusting.
Hell yeah, bro, dead ass. I was straight up like, you know what, Comic Sans? That's the font of the future. Here we are in the future, and I was dead wrong.
It definitely was that. I would think for me, the last one to round out my list, and it makes perfect sense as to why I now have the Reddit addiction that I do currently have, would have to be the Chive. I don't know if this website is still like existing anymore.
It does. I see the tribe highlights at like Red Robins and shit like that, but that's about it.
That's kind of
Yeah.
that's kind of weird to think that that's where they had the direction. But it's like